My entire life, I have been plagued by this idea of enough. Picture me, little Catholic girl, first communion, white dress, lacy veil, pearly rosary, but is it enough? If I cross myself when lightning strikes, is that Catholic enough? If there was an application into heaven, would they let me in? Would I pass? If I grow up to be a nun, would that counter all the unseemly gospel music within me? I longed for stigmata, because I thought, surely the wounds of Jesus would make me enough. As a teenager, I was suburban, which is a euphemism for had lots of white friends and listened to Alanis Morissette and Smash Mouth and Shania Twain, because You're Still the One was the shit back in high school. But I joked uncomfortably that I might lose my black card. Did I know enough? If there was an application, would they let me in? Would I pass? If I could pass, would I still pass? They told me that it's what's on the inside that counts. They told me that I was filled like an Oreo cookie, white and dense and unsubstantial, that I needed to be more like the outside, hard and crisp and twice as black as everyone else to be enough. As an adult, I began to examine my queer identity, and I found myself scared and disappointed because I felt, as a bisexual, I couldn't even do gay right. I prayed for God to make me straight or a lesbian. If a woman walks into a room and flirts with a man, if a tree falls in the forest, and her heart could just as easily carry a torch for a woman and no one hears it, doesn't make a sound, I casually let slip into conversation over candles and soft music that I am bisexual. And it was dizzying how quickly the etch-a-sketch landscape of date night could be shaken into the blank slate of interrogation. She had to know that I wasn't like the others, that I wasn't looking to validate a college fantasy, be a tourist into queerland, sample the local flavor, and then get back on the bus. I had to prove with the brevity and clarity of a Miss America contestant that I wasn't by default a flake or a liar, that I didn't need a man to be satisfied with a woman, that I could be queer enough to make her feel enough. There is a popular affirmation that says, I am enough, I have enough, I do enough. There is also a popular belief that if you say Bloody Mary in the mirror 3 times, she will come for you. Take out your eyes because they are only good for the living. If I look into the mirror and say I am enough times, will my confident self come for me? Take these eyes that are only good for seeing less than so that I can really understand the truth that I am good enough, because that's how I'm made. I am black enough, because that's how I'm made. I am queer enough, because that's how I'm made.
That's the homie Southerly.